Sure, you're looking at our interview area for the placement exchange. In the middle, you'll see some waiting areas. That's where we have over about 1,000 candidates waiting to get the perfect job. And then surrounding them on both sides, you'll see interview tables. And this is where our 400 employers, our 400 different schools, are interviewing people on a consistent rotating basis, trying to find the right employee. We will have had over 10,000 interviews. That's probably a conservative number. It might be closer to 12, but certainly over 10,000 interviews have happened in this vicinity over the last couple days and into tomorrow. That's correct. So the environment here is one where there are 15-minute table interviews typically for a first round. Folks are really introducing themselves. They're having to highlight their strengths as best as they can in that quick 15-minute moment, talk about what gives them energy. And then they're going to go from there, hopefully, to a second invite where they can talk some more about that, get a little bit more in depth into fit. And then hopefully from there, they'll end up with some campus invitations and go and meet folks on the campuses.
This is not a long time.
Not at all.
Not at all. And so they've got 15 minutes to basically highlight themselves in light of the fact that they're going up against a number of other candidates and get to that second interview, get to those opportunities to go to campus. So can you tell me, in terms of the experience that you've had so far, how strengths really could help a candidate highlight themselves against the competition?
Well, if you look out here, you have a whole lot of people. And I think the trick is you want to stand out. You've got 15 minutes to somehow show who you are as an individual. The power of Strengths Quest in this format is that it lets folks connect something real and authentic to them and something specific to them that other folks are not going to be able to say. It gives them words that connect to their energy that they're able to convey over in that 15 minutes.
Tell me how your strengths have played out in really presenting yourself as a candidate that should be considered above others.
Sure, I think that going through Strengths Quest really helped me to articulate some of my strengths and to be able to talk about them more effectively. So I have woo and positivity, includer, communication, futuristic. So that kind of helped me to shape and frame my responses in a way that really talked about how I'm strong in those areas and how I can contribute to a department. Knowing that I have something like woo is really helpful, and knowing that I'm drawing energy from this and I can talk about this as a strength and it's not just a personality piece, but something that can help me to be more effective in the roles that I have and that I'll play in the future. So that kind of gave me a boost and some more confidence in being able to articulate that skill.
Do you feel like, can you think back over all the interviews that you've had and remember one that you just nailed because you were able to draw from the language that you know, the experience that you have around that self-awareness that comes with the strengths information?
Sure. I had a second round interview and they started off by saying, we're not going to have any questions that we ask you during this one. We want this to be about fit for you, and we just are going to spend the next hour with whatever questions you have, trying to have a conversation and see how this plays out. So initially that kind of scared me a little bit, thinking what am I going to talk about for the next hour? But kind of thinking about those strengths helped me kind of to frame questions that would bring out my strengths that I could ask them. And knowing that I'm someone who likes to connect with people created an opportunity for me to do that and to really connect with them more on a personal level and really think about that fit piece more so than I think I would have been able to do beforehand.